Nun Massacre, developed by Puppet Combo, is a throwback to classic survival horror with a distinct PS1 era aesthetic. Set in a gritty, isolated environment, the game follows a simple but effective loop: explore, hide, and survive, all while something terrifying stalks you. The low poly visuals and grainy textures aren't just a stylistic choice, they heighten the sense of unease. By embracing visual simplicity, the game taps into a more psychological kind of fear, where what you can't clearly see often feels more threatening than what you can. It's proof that horror doesn't need high-end graphics to get under your skin. Starting off the game, you instantly get the feeling of something being off. There's no calming music to shake this feeling away, only the storm outside and the creak of distant doors being opened. As you get further into the dark, empty hallways, you notice there's no one around. That leaves plenty of room for the anxiety to creep in. Why is it so quiet? Where is everyone, you ask yourself. Just as you're getting lost in thought, you hear this. One thing presses to the forefront of your mind: run. The chase music makes your whole being scream, and will have you clamping them booty cheeks like your life depends on it. Even if you manage to escape, you know you aren't safe, as the nun is very unpredictable. Her AI feels almost chaotic in the best and worst way, which makes every playthrough feel different. And if you think this is bad, trust me, it can be a lot worse. For example, here we're playing on normal difficulty. Nice lighting, right? You can see where you're going, everything looks fine. Oh no, we're still here. This is just what the game looks like on this hardest difficulty. Yeah, I know. Terrifying. Getting chased made you realize one thing: you are never safe. She could show up at any time. She could be right around the corner, or maybe hiding behind a door waiting for you to go past. Oh, and you thought the vents were safe, huh? The nun's backstory is vague, scattered across bits of dialogue, environmental clues, and cryptic notes detailing the horrible things the nun has done. There are hidden rooms that feel like they were never meant to be seen, like you stumbled into something you shouldn't have, and that's the brilliance of it. The game never fully explains itself. It doesn't care if you leave with answers. In fact, it's scarier because you don't. You're left piecing together fragments, wondering what really happened in that school and why this thing is chasing you. That absence of clarity creates this lingering dread, like the real horror is something you'll never fully understand, and maybe you're not supposed to. Nun Massacre stands in stark contrast to mainstream horror games like Resident Evil or Outlast, which often rely on polished visuals, cinematic storytelling, and predictable scare beats. While those are good games, don't get me wrong, they can feel a bit formulaic at times. You know when to expect tension and when it's safe to breathe. Indie developers like Puppet Combo flip that on its head, embracing lo-fi aesthetics, unpredictable AI, and minimalist storytelling to craft a rawer, more visceral experience. Games like Night Shift, Stay Out the House, and Lost in Vivo share this approach, using grainy visuals, eerie soundscapes, and a sense of disorientation to unsettle the players in ways AAA games rarely attempt. It's in this space of creative risk-taking that Puppet Combo truly thrives, where limitations become tools for deeper, more psychological terror. Nun Massacre succeeds where many modern horror games fall short because it isn't afraid to strip things down. This game doesn't just try to scare you, it unsettles you on a deeper level. There are no flashy cutscenes, no guided tutorials, no comforting sense of control. Instead, you're thrown into something that feels raw, unstable, and deeply wrong. That's what makes it work. It's not just scary. It reminded me what horror is supposed to feel like.